12 News at 10 with Mark Curtis and Caribe Divine starts now.
And we begin tonight with new video and 911 calls released today by the Scottsdale Police Department showing exactly what happened the night that a former Coyotes player was attacked inside and outside of a popular Scottsdale restaurant. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us for 12 News at 10. I'm Caribe Divine.
I'm Mark Curtis. Paul Bissonnette said he was just trying to defend employees at Houston's from a group of men who had turned aggressive. And suddenly that group turned aggressive on him. 12 News journalist Bianca Bono has been combing through the footage. She's live in studio with us. And Bianca, you also have an update on a second assault that happened earlier that same day, right?
That's right. Prior to the Bissonnette assault in Scottsdale, an employee at the Raven Golf Club in Phoenix was also assaulted. That employee identified his attacker as one of the assailants in the Scottsdale case. And in this newly released body camera footage, some of these suspects reference their time at that golf course.
What's your name, sir?
Paul Bissonnette.
An out-of-breath Paul Bissonnette calling 911 after being attacked by a group of at least 6 people the night of November 24th.
They had me on the ground. They kicked me in the head a couple times. I got up pretty good.
Surveillance footage shows how it all started inside Houston's restaurant near Scottsdale Road and McDonald when the group of men were drinking at the bar. One of them, identified as Danny Bradley, is seen getting aggressive with an employee. Bissonnette telling police what happened next.
I get up and I go over. I go, guys, if you keep harassing and assaulting these guys, I'm going to meet you in the parking lot. And as soon as I said that, they just all started swinging.
The group then turned on him and punches start flying. Families with children running outside as the fight intensifies and moves into the parking lot. Camera angles capturing the group continue to chase the former NHL enforcer who is now shirtless, ultimately punching and kicking him on the ground.
They got me on the ground and they were trying to kick a football 50 yards.
Bissonnette managing to escape as police are called. The suspects then tracked down throughout the area and detained.
What's the story?
The story is that our camera saw you four involved in a physical fight.
Suspect Sean Daly denying involvement.
What happened up at Houston's with the rest of your friends?
I'm not sure. I don't know what you're talking about.
Another, Henry Mesker, claiming he and his group were the victims, as he described Bissonnette.
He's got not a lick of fat on him. Shirtless, he got a giant tattoo. He's built like the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And my uncle's 50 year old.
But police able to review cameras in real time, arresting the 6 suspects. Bissonnette was assessed at the hospital and is okay.
You are being placed under arrest.
Earlier that same day, a Raven Golf Club employee in Phoenix was also assaulted. He identified his attacker as Danny Bradley after seeing his photo released in connection to the Scottsdale case. In body camera footage, this group referencing Raven.
Which course, the Raven?
Yeah. And Tuesday night, Phoenix police confirming they have now recommended misdemeanor charges in that Raven Golf Club assault case. Not yet naming the suspect, but confirming it is one of the 6.
Like I said, I just originally was going to stick up for the managers who are awesome people.
And one of the 6 suspects, Sean Daly, has now been indicted on aggravated assault and disorderly conduct charges. His attorney appeared in court on his behalf this morning, claiming Daly and his family has received death threats. He has pleaded not guilty. We're live in studio tonight. Bianca Bono, 12 News.
All right, Bianca, thanks. Now to your weather impact forecast with meteorologist Lindsay Riley. Linz, cold nights in some part of the state.
Yes, we are looking at a freeze warning. We're looking at single-digit lows across parts of the high country, so a cold night in store. Wind speeds have dropped. Skies are clear, and that's going to allow for some good radiational cooling across the state. Most of us are seeing negatives before the numbers. This is the 24-hour temperature change, meaning we're 10 degrees cooler as of 10 p.m. than how we were yesterday at this time. And you can notice on the temperature map, sitting at 52, but at just 28 degrees right now. In Prescott, 17 14 in Flagstaff, 15 in Greer, and 18 in Window Rock. Temperatures across the lower deserts tonight dropping down into the 30s and low 40s. It is going to be jacket weather on the way out the door tomorrow morning. These are approximate 7 a.m. temperatures when we see our low for the day. The Grand Canyon tonight dropping down to just 3 degrees, and more single-digit lows in Flagstaff, Winslow, and up through Window Rock. Teens overnight in Pine Top Lakeside. So very cold temperatures, plus we have the freeze warning for parts of Pinal and Pima counties, even areas south of Lake Havasu lining the Colorado River. Areas in purple here dropping down to close to 30 tonight. The reason for the freeze warning is we still are amongst the growing season. So this will be a hard freeze that could kill some of the crops and tender vegetation. Now temperatures are going to rebound each afternoon. I'm looking ahead to a warming trend, slight warming trend for the rest of the week coming up in my full forecast. Caribe.
All right, Lindsay, thank you. Tonight, we continue to follow the search for a missing Gilbert teen on the autism spectrum. 14-year-old Liam McGee left his home last Thursday and has not been seen since. There are concerns for his safety because he didn't take his medication with him. 12 News journalist Gabriela Becerra is joining us live now with the very latest on the search. And Gabby, what can you tell us?
Well, Caribe, it's been 6 hours now since a search party got started this afternoon, and we've actually moved from the East Valley to Phoenix near 24th Street and Baseline, where several people tell us they've seen Liam walking around this area and eating in these restaurants. But at this time, Gilbert police have not confirmed any of that information as possible leads. It's been 5 days and counting since 14-year-old Liam McGee walked out of his Gilbert home near Power and Higley Roads in the middle of the night, leaving his family with no explanation on why he left or where he was going.
This is killing us, Liam. We love you so much.
Community members came together Tuesday night searching and spreading this missing poster valley-wide.
It gives me hope that we'll find him because there are so many people that are concerned for him and want him home as badly as we do.
Liam is on the autism spectrum. He can't read, write, or navigate directions according to his grandparents who he lives with. Gilbert police say he was reported missing Friday morning. At that time, he was entered into a nationwide database of missing people.
We are here today to plead with our community to bring Liam home safely.
Police say they've utilized all of their resources, including drones. That's why they made the decision to issue a silver alert Tuesday afternoon.
It's just a broader spectrum of a notification, putting his picture out there in more places.
His grandmother tells me she's worried the alert came 5 days too late. She says he's run away from home before, but this time it's different. She's pleading for Liam to come home safely.
I want to say to Liam, if you can hear me, baby, come home.
Liam's family and police are asking that if you have any information about Liam or his whereabouts, that you give Gilbert Police or your local police department a call. Live in Phoenix, Gabriela Becerra, 12 News.
All right, Gabby, thanks. Hopefully this will have a good ending. The largest grocery store merger in U.S. history has been put on hold. Today, a federal judge blocked the proposed $25 billion mega merger between Kroger and Albertsons. It comes after the FTC asked the judge to kill the deal earlier this year. The agency argued the merger would cause significant problems, including food costs to rise. Attorney General Chris Mays is one of several who joined in the lawsuit against the merger. She says today's ruling is a big win, but the fight isn't over.
We're going to continue to fight hard to make sure that it doesn't happen. It's my belief that allowing grocery stores to get this big is bad for consumers. It leads to less competition, fewer choices for consumers, and that's just bad for our state.
Albertsons and Kroger have 250 stores in Arizona with about 35,000 employees.
The Mesa City Council has voted unanimously to approve rezoning for the Fiesta Redefined, the redevelopment site for the once iconic Fiesta Mall. The project will be taken on by Arizona-based Verde Investments to revitalize the vacant 80-acre site near the intersection of Southern Avenue and Alma School Road. It will include up to 4,000 new units of housing and up to 1.85 million square feet of retail and commercial space. The plan also calls for over 500,000 square feet of open space and walking and biking areas.
Only on 12 News, one of them was known as the toughest sheriff in America. The other, one of the toughest gangsters to ever come out of the New York mob. Joe Arpaio and former hitman Sammy the Bull Gravano sat down with 12 News journalist Troy Hayden for a wide-ranging discussion on law enforcement, their shared Italian heritage, and a life in organized crime.
Every life is precious, but...
Well, when you take the oath, you live by the gun, you die by the gun. You live by the rules or you die by the rules. When you get an order to kill, you either do it or you die.
How come you're still alive? You follow the rules?
I didn't follow no rules.
You didn't follow the rules?
No, not at all.
You can catch Troy's full, unedited interview right now on 12 Plus. Just search for the 12 Plus app on your Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV device.